Hey everyone, so if you've been following me, oh my god, there's a spider chicken underneath the fruit. Oh, gross. Okay, alright. Focus. Okay, I hate dead stuff. I can still see it. Hey everybody, so if you've been following me for a while, you will know that I have trained as a nail tech now. I completed my qualification last month, and I figured what I'd do today is go through a bit of a Q&A about questions I've been asked about my experience and what it was like and things I was worried about, etc. So some of the questions I'll be talking about are: how long was it? Where was it? Could I get a student loan for it? How big were classes? How many days did I spend a week there? How old are my classmates, like a variety of people? Was it bitchy? What did we learn? Things I found particularly hard or easy. Making friends, teachers, best and worst part of my nail school experience, plus where I'm personally going from here. So I will start. I'm not putting my lights up today, so if it looks funny, sorry. So my course was 27 weeks long, which is about 7 months, roughly. It was at UCOL in Palmerston North, but I think there's also the same course in Wanganui. It was called the Certificate in Beauty Services Level 3 Nail Technology, in brackets. Yeah, nail tech course, nail school. I could get a student loan for it. It was an NZQA qualification. And my course, I might as well just tell you the price. It cost about $4,000. So that is quite on the higher end for nail school courses in New Zealand. But it's quite normal for tertiary study really, like it's not that huge. And I do not regret a single cent of that money. The classes were quite big. That is something I didn't like as much. We started off with 21 people in our class and about 4 people probably left, dropped out pretty early. And so we had about 17, excuse me, for the rest of the time. And I guess when it comes down to it, only about 10 people were there regularly because, you know, people were sick and away and kids were sick, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know, I think it would have been good if 10 was the maximum number all round. I think smaller classes are good for this sort of thing. But at the same time, I am really happy with the quality of education I received, so whatever. How many days a week did I have nail school? I had just 3 days a week, which is really, really cool. 4-day weekend was fantastic. It was pretty full on 3 days, so it was 9 to 4 the first day, 9 to 5 the next day, and 12 to 8 the next day. So that was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I really liked it being quite condensed, full on days, because it just meant you can go in there, throw yourself into it for 3 days, and then sort of work on it at home and do assignments and that in the rest of the days, so it was good. So the next two questions kind of tie in. They are how old my classmates and what were they like, and was there any bitchiness? And this was something I was really, really worried about before I started, because I kind of imagined all these beauty girls, kind of prissy and perfect and, you know, and I was like, I'm not going to fit in. I like Doctor Who, I like reading, I'm a geek, I love that sort of stuff, and yeah, but actually it was completely not like that. And I'm not saying beauty girls are bad or anything, I'm just saying I'm not one of them. And I don't know, there's a huge variety of people there. Like, I think the youngest girl or girls was 16, and I thought that was incredible. Like, I'm so old. I'm 24. I felt like a grandma compared to them. And then there were quite a few like 19-year-olds. My best friend from the course was 19. And there were a few my age, and then there was one lady who was like, I don't know, middle-aged. But most people were probably teens or 20s. And yeah, there's a huge variety of personalities, obviously, as you get wherever you go. But I didn't find it was too bitchy. Like, I knew there were a few cat fights here and there and people stopped hanging out with each other. I heard in the last 3 weeks things got a bit crazy though. I wasn't actually there for those last 3 weeks because I finished early, so I sort of popped in a few times. But I did hear that it got a bit crazy then and girls started, you know, getting the claws out. But when it comes down to it, the last 3 weeks are always going to be like that because everyone gets itchy and they're stressed and they're trying to get stuff done. And so I'm kind of like, you know what, that doesn't really count, that's separate. That was just stress talking, I guess. I hope I'm not talking too fast, sorry if I am. It was actually like such a relief that my classmates were nice because I was just really worried about it beforehand. It was like my biggest fear about nail school is that it was going to be real bitchy. But it wasn't, yay! I'll just skip to another question because it's kind of related. Making friends, how was it making friends? And I loved it. Like, I've been out of school for quite a long time now, and uni is not like UCOL. Polytechs are different, I guess, than university. University is much more, I almost want to say boring, but it's not quite that. I guess you're not with the same people every day, so those friendships don't get formed. But I was with the same people every day for 7 months, and I got really close to some of them. One of my friends, my best friend there, I just loved her, and I think she's a really cool person. We're very different people, but it was really cool. The classroom situation is really good for building friendships really quickly. It was quite cool because I was in a kind of group of 3, and there's another group of 3, and if my 2 friends are away, I'd go hang out with these guys, and if their friends are away, they hang out with us. So it was quite a nice inclusive sort of environment. So I really liked that. What other things we covered in course? What did we learn? Okay, I'll try not to leave anything out. We learned acrylics, both sculpted acrylics and with the tips. We learnt hard gel. We were taught gel polish. We didn't get assessed in it because it wasn't part of the NZQA qualification, which it should be. But we taught it, and it's probably one of the easier things to learn anyway, so it's alright. We learnt manicures and pedicures. We learnt business stuff like how to do the tax and GSD stuff. We also learnt heaps about hygiene. Hygiene is so important. I should do a whole video about this one day. I'm going to start ranting if I keep talking about it. So, hygiene. What else did we learn? I think. Oh, we learnt about included in manicures, there was also like normal nail polish and just how to apply that. We learnt a little bit of nail art, but it wasn't like a big thing, and to be honest, I was pretty okay with that already. So that was just kind of interesting. We played around with like acrylic nail art a bit. Me and my friend who also finished early, we sort of sat there, and I actually did a Cookie Monster, so that was kind of fun. I haven't really done too much of the acrylic 3D stuff, but that was one thing I did. Oh yeah, and we learned heaps of like biology stuff, like fungi, bacteria, viruses, how they reproduce, and just to bear in mind this is what happens in salons. We learnt about contraindications for nail treatments, like all the diseases you can get and what to look out for. We learnt all about like client cards, and we learnt about how to display things properly in salons, which I thought was quite amusing. But like pretty posters and displays and stuff. I don't know, that must be the bulk of it. There were like lots of little assessments, like lots of extras. Oh yuck, I keep seeing that spider. Ugh. Some of our assessments were on like the ingredients in certain products, like moisturisers and hand creams and nail polish, and what are the common ingredients and what to look out for. Also lots about cuticle oils and allergies and dermatitis, and things like just look out for your ingredients. Like if your cuticle oil has almond oil in it, your client might be allergic to nuts, so just to make sure you fill out your consultation cards and know what you're dealing with. I think that's everything. If I forget anything, I'll just add it in here in the text box, because I think I've covered it all. Alright, so that's what we learned. This is kind of backtracking a little bit, but my course was from February, I can't even say that word, February to August. So end of February, and far out, I'm 24 years old, to the end of August. There were things I found particularly easy or hard about my course. I found most of the theory stuff pretty easy, but it did take a lot of time. It was one of those things you sit down for hours, just research different things and put it in and figure it all out. But I guess I did find that still pretty easy. There wasn't big essays to write or anything, which I don't really like doing. So that was good. Manicures and pedicures weren't hard. Everything else is actually quite tricky. Like doing the actual practical nail work, it's actually not very easy. I found sculpting really hard. It's when you use the forms, not the tips. That was tricky. I found that really hard. I also found even just getting there sometimes kind of hard. Just like it was the middle of winter, and I was always quite ahead because for a start I've got quite a bit of a background knowledge on nails and how it all works, and I researched a lot just for fun. And I don't know, like I was always very quick for doing stuff, and I was generally quite ahead in assignments and that. A bit bored at times. And so that doesn't really motivate me too much to go. But I sort of realised that when it comes down to it, every time I do go, I learn something new. So I shouldn't just not go in case I spend, some time that day bored, because there's always something that I'm going to learn. And if I don't go, I'm going to miss out. So I ended up sucking it up and going in pretty much every day. I think I missed 3 days, which I was like bedridden for, so that was totally acceptable. Except for those last 3 weeks when I was already done. Alright, so the best part of nail school for me was probably a bit earlier on, when I wanted to do nail school for a while. I've been waiting for quite a long time for the course to come around again, because I decided I wanted to do it about 10 months before it started. So I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And if you've watched my video all about why I'm becoming a nail tech, you'll know it wasn't an easy process to decide to do this. There's a lot of conflict in my head and around me about whether it was a good decision, whether it was smart enough, and all that sort of stuff. So basically getting there and being there in that classroom meant a lot to me. I was very, very excited about it. I just remember sitting there being like, oh, I'm finally doing this, I'm doing it, I'm here. And that was a really, really great feeling. I think that probably was the best part for me. Just that general feeling of I'm doing what I love. It's such a nice, happy, complete feeling. Okay, so I've got a couple more things to address. Just advice for people who are going to do this course in the future or thinking about doing a course like this. You've got to commit to it. You can't just sort of, yeah, I'll go along, it'll be easy, it's just nails, so easy. It's not just that easy. There are a lot of things you've got to learn, you've got to be there for, you've got to be fully committed to. So just don't go in thinking this is going to be easy and it's like a nothing course, because it is important and it is hard and you've got to try, you've got to actually try. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the teachers. We had two. One was for manicures and pedicures and one was for enhancements like hard gel and not gel polish, and acrylics and stuff. They were real cool. I don't really have anything much to say about that, but you know, they were nice and friendly and helped us heaps and had heaps of experience and knowledge, so that was really cool. And the last question is, what's next for me? I don't know, there's heaps of things. There's lots of things happening in the works, like people I'm collaborating with, and I can't really tell you about them yet, but you'll find out in due course. I just want to do this. I love YouTube and I love making tutorials and I love teaching people art and interacting with the media and doing the social media stuff, and I get it, you know, it's my thing. All the art, it's all about the art for me. And when it comes down to it, if it didn't work out for me, I wouldn't be that upset, because what I want is this ideal lifestyle, this ideal career where you're doing what you love and getting paid for it. So not everyone gets that. In fact, very few people get exactly that. So I'm, you know, the goal is there, but I've also backed myself up by getting a qualification so I can work as a nail tech and continue learning and training on what I love while building my baby, Nail to NZ. I've got a few months left in Palmerston North and then we're moving to Auckland. We're probably moving in January or February, I'm trying to pronounce it right, 2015. So that's not too far away, and we're moving house soon to house sit for a bit, and things are happening. It's all on a roll from here on out. It's just calm before the storm, really. It's kind of exciting, but it's one of those things where you just, like, I'm not at the level yet where it's, you know, it could go either way. It could just stagnate or it could go really well, so we'll just see. We will see. When I did my video all about why I'm going to nail school, I just really loved that the reaction I got from lots of people wasn't that, oh yeah, you like nails and you're doing nail school, I'd better do nails and nail school too. They got that more of the follow your passion thing, and I've got heaps of lovely, lovely emails and messages from people saying, you know, you've really encouraged me to do what I want to do, and I've been looking into this course and I've been studying and I've been doing all kinds of things that are for them. So whether you want to be an astronaut or a nail tech or a teacher, I guess my sort of thing is about doing what you want to do, and listening to what's special to you. So that's my little story for today. I hope you guys found it useful. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you later.